Greetings, comrades! This is going to be Caleb back with another unboxing video, rather small one, and it kind of correlates to the previous unboxing that I did, which I'll have a link to up there. Basically, I got myself the Sonicon preloaded RetroPie card for my Raspberry Pi, which comes with 22,000 plus games on it. And it's not like those bootleg consoles that have say they have 100,000 games, but it's just like 10 games duplicated 10,000 times. No, it's not that. These are very few duplicates in here, and it's spread across multiple different systems. And after spending a little time, playing stuff, it works pretty well. I even downloaded a few different themes for the interface and stuff, so that's pretty awesome. Even have a few screenshots of my new setup here. I got my capture card, you can see it on top of the speaker over there. And it was kind of tricky to hook up because, well, believe it or not, it's my first time ever using a capture card for PC and stuff. But basically, I hooked up the Raspberry Pi to the output for the card, and the input, I took the HDMI cable that came with it, and then I hooked up the output to my graphics card in the PC. Because there, I get the audio and whatnot when playing there. Which, as you can see in the next screenshot here, I'm actually using OBS in order to do it, because that's kind of the only way I can get footage from the capture card through the computer so I can use it. And did a little fiddling around with the audio and video and stuff. Did a few tests as well, because turns out you can't really hear the audio through OBS, and well, the capture card itself comes with a microphone and headphone inputs, so you can use your own headphones and microphone and stuff like there. But I just used my old AKG headphones for that, and the microphone, I still have my old Yeti microphone and tested it out, and works well, and I can easily adjust the audio levels through OBS and do it that way. Yeah, and for those who've been out of the loop, basically next year I'm going to start doing retro game videos with that RetroPie card that I have, all the different games on there. Definitely have some fun. In fact, I set up a intro for such videos right here. Pretty cool, huh? Definitely emulates like a main menu for like a old game and stuff. And also made an outro as well, kind of fits with it. And you saw the background, definitely going for that retro theme. And I have quite a few controllers to use for it. Obviously all my 8-bit DO controllers all work pretty well on it, though I tried with the Pro 2. The triggers are super sensitive on that for some reason. Like, you barely touch it and it'll like scroll through all the different menus and stuff. It's kind of crazy. But that aside, they do work. And I definitely have the 8-bit arcade stick, which I definitely plan on using for the arcade game and stuff, though most of I just use a controller for convenience sake. But for a more authentic experience, nothing wrong with using an arcade stick. But that being said, there's nothing wrong with a good old controller in your hand. And like I said, I have all my 8-bit DO controllers. And I decided to give this controller a try. This is from a brand I actually have a few controllers for already, Gulikit. Yeah, I have the Zen controller as well as the KK3 Max. Both solid controllers. I use them to the Switch and Steam Deck and whatnot. And this one is solely for the Raspberry Pi, though it can be used on some other platforms as well. This is the Elves 2 Pro from Gulikit. Now, I've heard of this controller earlier this year, and it's a pretty interesting retro style controller. You can tell by the shape and whatnot, but it has the usual modern features like the dual joysticks, the extra triggers, and of course you got the plus and minus buttons as well as the home button stuff. Yeah, it's definitely has a Switch in mind, and the Elves 2 especially. It's supposedly compatible with the Switch 2 with an update because, well, the original Elves 2, I believe, yeah, definitely a solid controller. Never owned one myself. Hers is a solid controller, has a nice ergonomic feel, at least for certain hand sizes. That's what she said. But yeah, the original Elves 2, I believe, couldn't connect or wake up the Switch 2. Yeah, that's why I couldn't wake the Switch 2. Whereas the Elves 2 Pro can. Not that I have a Switch 2, nor do I plan on getting one anytime soon. But you can use it for the Switch 1, as well as, Windows and Android and all that stuff. which a lot of these controllers do. But yeah, apparently, you can tell with Elves 2, there's apparently a previous version Elves 1 controller. Never really heard of it. All I know is that it uses a 4-directional D-pad instead of this 8-directional D-pad that kind of mimics the Genesis, now that I think about it. And yeah, you can't really get the original Elves 1 on Amazon. It's either the 2 or the 2 Pro now. But I hear the Elves 2 series controllers are solid, and I figured I'd give it a try. Again, this is mainly for the Raspberry Pi. But I will, if I feel like it, maybe try it out on the PC and whatnot. Because, yeah, this is multi-platform, which means PC, Switch, Windows, Android. And, yeah. So we got here, got the product specifications. You can pause the video and check it out. 800 milliamp hour battery, so, yeah, probably your typical 8 to 10 hours. What are you expecting this? This controller, by the way, is $50. There's a wired version as well. It's like $30, but, you know, I like to go wireless sometimes, so there you go. That being said, you can use it wired. I like to have options. And you got your traditional switches here. Hall electromagnetic joystick, and you start to smooth long life. Kind of similar description with the Zen 2 and the KK3 Max. Patented magnetic levitation vibration motors, 3 vibration modes, 3 vibration strengths. Yep. Anti-friction steel stick length for smooth control. Adjustable D-pad 8 directions or 4 directions. Okay. Next gen 1000 Hz response time on wired connections. Or when you use it wired, they won't have any input lag or anything like that. Adjustable joystick sensitivity. Turn on and off dead zones. SS floating D-pad, perfect for fighting games. Which, yeah, that Raspberry has a ton of fighting games, and including Neo Geo games, which is awesome. Because, you know, Neo Geo is known for King of Fighters and whatnot. Autopilot gaming. Oh yeah, that's another thing. This feature has support for the original Elves 2. This has the autopilot gaming where you can like program different like commands and stuff like that. Never really use that, but you know, rather have it not need than need it and not have it. Share function of autopilot gaming. Got motion aim assist technology. So yeah, this does have gyro controls if you're into that. And adjustable rapid fire turbo, which a lot of these controllers have. And you see right here. All-in-one controller, multi-platform versatility, built-in acceleration sensor, 6-axis gyroscope for motion control, support switch wake-up, anti-slip texture ergonomic grips, and large rechargeable lithium battery. And some other gubbins and stuff right there. Yeah, it's all blurred out. But yeah, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up and see what we got. Naturally, traditional controller, wire, and instruction manual, because some people, can't find the bread on a sandwich, let alone how to press a button on a controller. Okay, so there's your cable there. Got your Type A to Type C. That's awesome. Got your Gulikit sticker. Got the little Gulikit pamphlet here showing all the different products and whatnot. Yeah, there's a KK3 Max. Definitely a solid controller for the price. If you're looking for a pro style controller, it's a pretty good option. There are tons of options now, but if you're going for like under the $100 range, this is a solid pick, in my opinion. And you got your user manual, and don't feed it to your cat, don't take it to work and use it as a time bomb, don't stuff in your Thanksgiving turkey, which kind of fitting because Thanksgiving's right around the corner, so get your turkeys while you still can, and definitely get them a week in advance because those suckers take a while to thaw. And definitely get mine in advance because I'm going to brine it. Anyway, here's the controller itself. One thing pretty cool here, I forgot to mention, this comes in a protective plastic case, much like the KK3 Max. Yeah, unlike the KK3 Max, it doesn't have any legends on here to tell you like what the buttons do when you hold the command button or anything like that. But that's pretty nice. Always nice to have a little protective case, especially for a controller this price range. Go and open it up so we can look in here. There it is, the Elves 2 Pro. Set this over here, and feels okay in my hands. I have fairly big hands. This feels, I will admit, it's a bit smaller than I thought it was going to be, but it's nice. Definitely emulates almost the original Genesis controller in a way. Though, Look at the colors. It definitely has more of a Saturn vibe. In fact, let me pull up my M30 over here from 8-bit though. Definitely has a similar color scheme to this. You know, got your 6-button controller here. Yeah, good for fighting games and stuff. But the M30 doesn't have Hall effect joysticks. Not a lot of travel here. They're kind of small, so I'm not expecting too much travel. So I won't be playing Battlefield 6 with this. I'll tell you that. Here's the D-pad. Feels okay. No, I've used a lot worse. I'll tell you that much. And notice we got the Switch style or Nintendo style button layout here. We got B, A, Y, X instead of A, B, X, Y. You know, is that which you know, for the Raspberry Pi that's fine. For the Retro Pi I should say, because this is pretty much okay. This is cancel and all that stuff, so I'm kind of okay with that. And you can definitely tell it's designed with a Switch in mind, because again, got the plus and minus, got the home button, the screenshot button, and of course you got the APG button, the turbo button, because I use the KK3 Max for the Steam Deck. That's what it's for, using turbo. And here are your shoulder buttons. Yeah, those shoulders are pretty thin here. The LNRs, the ZL, the trigger buttons. That's a clicky. I imagine they're digital, of course. Yeah, they have hardly any travel. It's just a button, like it's on or off. So that might be a turn off for some people that prefer analog joysticks. So yeah, I won't be playing racing games with it, I'll tell you that. There's your connection button there. We've got some divots here. I'm assuming it's like for like a phone clip or something. Yeah, you got some up here as well. So I guess then they have like a phone clip for this, which you know, you play on Windows and Android. That's an option there. In the back here, yeah, no back buttons, which yeah. We've got Windows, got iOS, and there's a Switch. So Android and iOS. So yeah, and you got an off button. So yeah, instead of holding the home button for like 10 seconds to turn it off, you can just press that button right there and turn it off. And yeah, there's a wireless controller input, 5 volt, 500 milliamp. Shenzhen Gulikit Technology Co. Made in China. No shit, Sherlock. But that being said, a lot of these controllers are from China, and 99% of them are good. You know, as long as a reputable company like 8-bit Do or, you know, GameSir, and of course Gulikit here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing some more games on the Raspberry Pi with this. And yeah, I'll still be using the 8-bit Do controllers when I like to switch between them every now and then. But I got this solely for the Raspberry Pi, and hopefully it works well. They do sell like wireless adapters for this controller here, so we'll see how it works there. But if it doesn't connect, then I'll probably get one of those. I don't think it's Bluetooth. I'll have to check it here real quick. I think it is. For some reason, it starts. Okay, it's something else here. Let's see. I gotta show you how the gamepad tester. Check the, you know, the circularity test for the joysticks. Let's see, turn the PC. OS devices. Yeah, I'm not sure if it'll connect the Windows way, but hey, even if it doesn't, I can just use it wired. It's no big deal. But anyway, let me hold this one. Definitely feels. Oh, it does feel a little odd compared to other controllers that I use. I guess it's because of the angle of these hand grips here. But you know, it's not bad. I felt worse. Oh, did I? It's rumbling. I didn't mean to turn it on. Well, I guess I'll try to connect it to the Raspberry Pi and see how it goes. If not, again, that's why it comes with a wire. Or, you know, USB cable. So anyway, that's for this unboxing video, comrades. Get the M30 out of the way here. That is the Elves 2 Pro. Looking forward to doing some retro gaming with this. And definitely looking forward to doing retro game videos next year. And hope you like that intro I made for it, just showed earlier in the video. It was pretty cool. Definitely kind of clever. Definitely fits that retro game vibe that I was going for. So anyway, this is Domini signing out. Y'all have a good day.